morning, good morning, good morning. Woo, maybe the camera looks something looks a little wonky there. How's everybody doing this morning? There, that looks a better. It's better. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, Morning Mindset. This is February 16th edition. Hopefully everybody's doing fine on this fine Friday. It's okay. It's okay here. We're going to talk about why my day is a little off as it is, but for first time here, long time here. Do I still look fuzzy? You guys let me know. I think maybe that's right. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It's snowing here. It's snowing. Let's just start with that. It's snowing on a Friday. Never fun. Not looking forward to it. As far as with my cup, we got coffee in the cup this morning. Now, weather-wise, it's cold enough to snow. That's all we need to know. My schedule is totally wonked up. Yesterday, kids had half day, parent-teacher conferences. No school today, no school Monday. So 4.5 days off throws me for a loop. Because that, with anybody else, I mean, like a big chunk of our lives revolve around the kids. You know, what are they doing? What's going on? When do we got to get them places? And so the school part, is a pretty standard morning. Get up, get them there, and then they can continue on. So when I don't have to do that, it throws it all off. It throws off my timing. So anybody else run into that there? Let me know. The other thing I need out of you, daily 5. What are 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, I have a banner that needs to be done. I've got shirts that need to be pressed. I've got stickers that need to be printed. DTF that needs to get done. I've got invoicing that needs to get done. So those are our top 5 things that need to get done today. So let's check in and see how people are doing. Jenny, good morning to you. 30 degrees out there in northern Indiana. Water in the cup. And her 5 things: design rush shirts, order rush shirts, fold t-shirts from fundraiser, cut vinyl for orders, heat press shirts. Jenny, how are you folding your shirts? Are you manually folding them? Do you have the t-shirt folder that is like the board folder, or do you have an automatic folder? Let me know. Jerry, good morning to you. Sarah, good morning. Where is 22 and she has coffee in the cup. Cindy, good morning to you. I look okay. All right, I'll take it. I look okay. It just looked a little fuzzy, and I wasn't sure. Swapped out a camera. Should be fine. Jeff, morning to you. Gloomy there in 32 in northern Kentucky. Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi in the tumbler. I think that's a new one for me. 5 things: cut files, create files, print files, 3D print files, wait on the snow. The snow. Just, I'm not about the snow. I'm done with it. It can snow in 2 weeks when we're not here. Jerry's got 30 degrees, tea in the cup. Was watching the Zoom Todd shared about AI. Dang. Yeah, right? And what is Jerry talking about? So we have a private mentorship community, $20 a month. I share a lot more of our business side of things, a lot more of the trainings that we're doing, a lot more of the trainings that I find. And it's really close, tight-knit community that's over there. I'm going to post the link to it. It's you sign up through Patreon, and then we get you a Discord link to get you inside of it. But there is a lot of great information there. We do daily 5 every day. That helps keep me on track for it. We also discuss various different things, from print production methods to customer events to sourcing issues, AI, whatever it is that can help grow your business. That's what we're doing over there. It's only $20 a month. So if you're interested in that, you should come check us out right over here. Patreon.com/FatDadMC. FatDadMC for it. All right. And let's see, back to where we were. Danny, good morning to you. And Sarah says, same for us this morning. No school for our kids either. Is it parent-teacher conferences? Is that why there's no school? So for us, parent-teacher conferences yesterday, today, and then Monday is President's Day. So 4.5 day weekend. And we were looking at maybe, running out of town for the weekend, maybe running up north and headed up to the Dells. And man, that got cashy quick. Like, we used to be able to go for a 2-3 day weekend, $600-700 for everybody, and now it's like double that. So there was a big nix on that idea. I'm like, oh, we're not doing that over this weekend. Plus I get iffy driving in the snow up north, because we can go from 0 inches to 4,000 inches pretty quick, and I don't want to be snowed in anywhere. So I don't know what we're going to do. 4.5 days. Half day 1 threw me off, so we'll see how it is. Jenny says my kids are off school on Monday, so I totally get the disruption. Yeah, and Monday with it being President's Day, we totally are with that too. Where it does, it throws off your whole timing of things. For us, I'm usually here in the office between 5 and 6. I work till 7:30. 7:30, take the kids to school. Get the kids to school, kind of lay out a day with Corey. Then I'm back in here at 8. So I have that little half-hour break. And then now it's time to get ready for morning mindset. If we've got that at 8:30, move everything else around and go from there. When it's like this, sometimes I just start working and I have to set an alarm because I don't realize, oh, hey, wait a minute, you should do this because that break is gone. So it definitely threw it off there. Jerry, hi all. And Jenny uses the plastic t-shirt folder. Those things are the best, aren't they? It's so simple to use. Before we got that, I actually used cardboard, one that I cut a piece of cardboard and use tape and make it work there, but the plastic one is a lot better. Tim, good morning to you. Tim's got 28 over there in Toledo, and he's got Mountain Dew to drink. Jose, good morning to you. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. It's currently sunny and 60 there in Florida. No cup yet. I'm talking to the USDA. Call AV suppliers. Wow, that sounds like a fun morning. T-Town's 5 things. Tint removal and retint right now. How's it to remove tint? Like, I haven't done that since the 90s, and it was, oh my God, it sucked so bad to do. So how does that process go? Get shirts folded for a wrestling event. Same question, Tim. Are you folding by hand? Are you using a plastic folder, or do you got an electric folder? Get my totes together with T-shirts. Make sure I have everything set for the end, and maybe a haircut. Well, I don't see a problem with that. I actually have I have a haircut scheduled, I think Tuesday at 11 o'clock, I think is what I have my hair appointment. Jeff, I've heard of the Dells. It's a nice area when it's not a blizzard. It's not bad. It's pretty commercialized. We actually, if we go up north, probably one of our better areas is in the Minocqua area. We like that one a little bit more. It's a little more North Country, if that makes sense to people. The Dells is okay, but super commercialized. It's nice. We usually will go to Glacier Canyon and do the condo and that there, and indoor outdoor water park, and we'll run in town for maybe a few things, go do it, but for most part we just stay at the resort and that's it. A couple times we've done that one, and then like Noah's Ark will run a special, so we'll go over there for the day. But yeah, it's all right. I guess then we usually always will hit what is the Paul Bunyan's? Is that right? Is Paul Bunyan's the restaurant? I have to look back at the pictures. It's this place. It's Paul Bunyan. So I believe that's what it is, but it's a breakfast place. So yeah, and the last time, it's been a while since we went, but last time they still had the Ponderosa, so I could get wings. So it wasn't horrible. But Anna's got sunny and 36. Coffee in the cup. 1, work on saddles. Still, make sure stuff is good for gas station. Number 2. 3, finish shelving for hats. 4, work on the catalog. 5, get stuff ready for grandbabies this weekend. Well, that sounds like a great time, Diana. I have not had them in 3 months. Well, you're going to spoil the hell out of them this weekend, aren't you? Barb, good morning, Barb. North Central Minnesota. 1 feels negative 15. I thought we were past all of this garbage. Water in the bottle. Jerry's got a doctor's appointment. She's finished designing 2 orders. She's got cut vinyl for names and check in with clients I designed logos for. Awesome. And Barb is checking in her 5 things. Scan work order notes to customer folders, oil clean sewing machines, revisit price list, update supply notion list, and work on embroidery digitizing. Great day there. Diana, love them. I'm having mama withdrawals. We'll get lots of it this weekend. And Sarah says, just a staff development day for our school. We do have school on Monday, though. I think it varies. Like, we used to not get President's Day off, and we would get Lincoln's birthday off. I think that's what, here in Illinois, I think that's what it was. It was either like Washington's birthday or Lincoln's birthday or President's Day. I think now it's just President's Day all around there. And Barb giving her hellos to Jenny, Sarah, Cindy, Tom, Jose, Jeff, and Diana. And T10. Tim uses the plastic folder as well. I love those things, right? Intent removals can suck right now. The sides are coming off pretty simple, 2 layers. But by the way, so that the back, I want to drinks myself, but the Zoom you'll probably see me. Okay. So Tim's, we have after this 9:30, we'll have our Zoom call for today. which that's another reason to join the membership community. That mentorship community, when you get in there, we do Zoom calls. Most of the time, we're doing them right after this, so we'll go right into it. Today, I don't know how long I will be in it because I do have a couple calls that I need to hop on. So I might get in, set everything up, and then turn off camera and mic so that way I can get that, and then I can pop back in. So we'll see. Check in there. I should check out Lake Geneva, but that's more like couples, right? That's not like kids, right? Paul Bunyan's, that's what it is. It's amazing. And Ponderosa is still standing, last one in the U.S. No, it's not the last one in the U.S. I think I'm gonna decline on that one because I believe we still had one in Macomb. Now I gotta look. Ponderosa, and I know it's not the last one, right? Ponderosa. See, there's a handful of them. That's Ponderosa Mobile Park. Now I gotta look and see. Ponderosa Steakhouse, because I just want the wings, man. That's what I want, is the wings, and then I'm set, ready to go. Let's see. Nope, I'm not going to sign in there. Vidalia, Illinois. Yeah. So yeah, we got one down south. So yeah, it's not the last one. Just saying. Ponderosa. I need some wings. Did you say Paul Bunyan? Yes, Paul Bunyan. That's the restaurant we go to. Brian's got 31 in snow, right? We're over the snow. Mountain Dew, banners, police decals, embroidery, Little Leagues. Brian, for your police decals, are you talking vehicle? Are you talking like 5x5s, or what are you talking on there? Because then I was going to ask if you're printing those, which I'm assuming you are you printing them on reflective? Just wondering. Barb saying hi to Brian. Gemini is interesting. Did you see that? In the mentorship community, I posted a link, and I won't be able to attend because we'll be on the road that morning because it's in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks with Neil Patel, and they're talking the difference between ChatGPT and Gemini. And Gemini looks pretty amazing. So I'm hoping that, one, I should be able to see it after the fact, but two, I'm sure people here will tell me about it. Jerry's got Cranston's baptism and 12th birthday is this weekend. So cool. Very, very nice. Speak to text meant to say jinx myself. Okay. I was trying to figure it. You'll miss us on the Zoom. Well, Jenny, that's fine. Get to work. That's why we do it 3 times a week. We have, the Zooms should be posted today. It looks like, everything should be good to be able to post the links. We're going to host them on YouTube on a unlisted video, so that way everybody can't see our goodies. But with that, then it'll be easy for you guys to view. Heck no, Lake Geneva is great for the whole family as long as you do it in nice weather and utilize. Sarah, it's February. Let's not talk about that. Talk about Wisconsin and lakes. You have that short window. We did it. We did November. We did 4th of July one year when we went up to Minocqua. It was cold. I think the high was only like 70s or so. And so to be on the lake, we had like one nice day, but it was cold to be on the lake. And then it was just cold. Jerry says, fun fact, my grandson's name is Lincoln. His birthday falls very close to the Lincoln's birthday. When he was little, he thought his mommy put it on every calendar. Well, how awesome is that? Lincoln's birthday, because that's what it says on there. Now, being in Illinois, we are Land of Lincoln, so Honest Abe is what we celebrated. But I think they changed that a few years back, where it's now all President's Day throughout there. Cindy giving her hellos to Barb, and Jerry saying hi to Cindy. All right. So as we go through this, things I talk about is, if Cindy's not here, Cindy, if you're here, Cindy Ramos, if you're here, let me know. If not, I need to reach out to you after this, because I want to, Tuesday with Todd, we are going to have to move. And so I'm going to see if I have to see what Cindy's schedule is. Because if we can move it a half hour earlier and go, instead of going from 5 to 6, go from 4:30 to 5:30, that is what I'm going to try and do. The reason being is because there is a PTA meeting that night. I thought it was next Thursday, and it is not. It is on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. So Tuesday with Todd would roll right into that. If I do 4:30 to 5:30, that gives me time to get up there for that. So Cindy, if you're here, if you are here, let me know that works out for you. If not, and it doesn't work out, I will get with you and get it figured out. Otherwise, I will send you a message after all of this to see what works out and how we can make that work. And I'll keep everybody else updated on that. Pat, hey, I'm planning on getting a fiber laser, trying to decide between a 60 watt and an 80 watt. Which one would you suggest? Ooh, Pat, I will be 100% honest with you. I do not know enough about the fiber laser to say which ones that you should get. A lot of it comes down to pricing and what you're going to do, because with the 80, if I remember correctly, you're going to be able to get things done faster and more efficient. But there's also the cost that comes along with it. And on one side of, I'm trying to remember which one's it. Oh, it's on the CO2, that the higher wattage you go, that you can lose some finer detail. So I'm not 100% sure how that one is. But what's the pricing difference between them? We've been looking, and for us, will it be coming eventually? Sure. I'm sure one will eventually show up here, and there's some different things that we want to try with it and do with it, but mostly for content creation. So I haven't really dove down that yet for it. George, good morning to you. There, that's better. Last one in Wisconsin. 1989, there was almost 700 Ponderosa locations. By 03, there were fewer than 400. As of December 23, only 13 are currently remain open in the U.S. Yeah, we used to have one right up the hill from us, and we went there quite a few times. And their wings, that was like the holiday thing, was we'd always get wings. And then it was, when that one closed, our next option was Macomb. So we would drive down there, and that's where I had friends that went to school at. It was easy enough to just pick up wings. We would still even run down there for a holiday, pick up wings and bring them back. And then, of course, in the Dells, had to go get the wings. And I don't even think they're that great of wings, but it's just the nostalgia that comes along with us. But Ponderosa, Pat, I'm jealous. It's $1,000 difference. Well, what is and this is where, like I said, I don't know a whole lot. What I would have to look at is if we did two of the exact same designs, right? So let's say we're going to do, that design. We're going to do that design on it. I want to know, quality wise, are both of them going to be the same? And then I want to know how long they're going to take, because there's going to be a point where you're going to see the difference. If it saves you, 20 seconds on it, okay, then 20 seconds divided by 1,000, how many time savings equals that? And then after that, now it's making it for it. Anytime I purchase something, I try and go, because I made I made the mistake once when I got the 30-inch printer, and we outgrew it pretty quick, because I'm like, oh, we're not going to do that and realize that, yeah, I should have went with it, and I kicked myself in the ass for not doing it. So go with the biggest that you can fit in your area and can fit in your budget, because you can never. Most people will never complain about having something too big or too powerful, as long as it can do the job that they need to do. But a lot of people complain that they wish they would have went bigger. They wish they would have went more powerful. It's so there's that balance there with it on which way to go with it. So me, I would say if you're able to do it and you're able to swing it with budget wise, I would go with the other one. That's me. That is what I would do. But this is where you get to decide, because it's your business, right? And what else? Let's see. Oh, one of the things that we had talked about, and this is something that came to me, is content creation, right? Is trying to figure out, the best way for content creation. How are we doing it? What does that actually mean? And some of the things that got hung up with me was trying to figure out, how to do it, when to do it, what's going on with it. So when it comes to our general day, we have it blocked out pretty good. From this time to this time, we're working on this. From this time to this time, we're working on that. From this time to this time, we're working on that. And that's how we know when that time's up, it's time to move to the next task. Unless it is something pressing that is a rush job that needs to get done. This way, it doesn't make the day seem as bad, right? Because sometimes working on the same thing all day long just makes you feel like you didn't get anything accomplished. But like today, we know that we have projects. I've got a banner that needs to get done. It's a 21 foot by 3 foot banner. Those in the mentorship community get a kick out of that. But for the most part, I still have to do everything. Things need to be finished on that. So we'll get that started, because then I've got stickers that need to be printed, cut, and get ready, because those need to ship out, and then shirts that need to get done. So here's the projects for the day. We're blocking it up, how much time that we're doing it, and that way we can get everything done. One of the biggest things that we were going to push this year was doing more content creation. We're going live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for this morning mindset. We're also going live most Tuesday nights for Tuesday with Todd. So we're doing that. But I still have not dipped my toe in that consistent produced content. And I think the big reason of it is I'm not making it a priority. 2, I'm making excuses. Well, I can't edit, or I can't this, I don't know how. I just need to stop doing that. But the other one is then the whole process of content creation, because if you don't know, for a lot of those 8 to 10 minute videos, you're going to have 3 hours in it. There's a whole different side of things as opposed to doing something and just doing it, and then making sure that you're explaining what you're doing as you're doing it. So there's a different mindset that goes into it. So I need to find that time and to make that time to start scheduling for content. When I came across something last night, early this morning, somewhere in there, about setting up that, and that's exactly what I need to do. Is I need to create the time block. I need to say, hey, Thursdays is going to be content creation day. That's when we're going to get everything squared away for content that needs to be taken care of the next week, that current month, the next month. Get anything in there. That's when we need to do ideas. That's when I need to do filming. That's when I need to do editing, and it's all part of it. If I'm going to film, edit, move from there. But by planning that out, it's going to produce a lot more content and a lot better results, because it's going to be a plan. It's going to be scheduled. We're going to be doing it, and here's how it's going to go. So we just gotta do that, and that goes for anything. If you want to learn a new skill, you want to understand something better, you need to make the time to do that. Whether that's reading a book, listening to a book, watching a video, going to seminars, you need to do that to make sure that it happens. And one thing that I ask of you guys is that when we start creating this stuff, when it comes to apparel decoration, anything's on the table. If you have questions, or you want to see content, or you want to see things made, let me know. What kind of products do you want to see? We're trying to get with Caesar to get some of their specialty materials so we can do some projects in that. So if you are a vendor watching this and you want to, showcase some products, let us know. Reach out to us, and we'll be happy to see what we can work together for you. But we want to be able to do that. When we're doing things like this, project based, here's how to cut it, here's how to make it, here's the file, which if you are in the mentorship group, this file is now available to download in the mentorship group. If you're not in the mentorship group, we'll be putting online and selling it. But if you hadn't seen that yet, let me make sure that everything is good to go here. We actually did an acrylic one, so dish is dirty, dish is clean, or something like that. There it is. Oh, yeah, there it is, clean. So that file's available. In fact, yesterday we were testing glue on acrylic, because it's not something that I'm versed in. We've got 6 different samples over there, and so it was like some of them worked, some of them didn't work. Some had really long drying time, and so that isn't going to work on something. You're constantly building your stuff, trying to put it out there, and trying to get better at it. So I guess in short story long, I need to get better at content creation. I don't know if anybody else is in that boat, but if you are, how do you do it? And then we can go, we'll talk from there. Dinah says that exactly. When I got my CO2, my husband wanted me to go smaller, but I wanted to go big, so I'd handle anything I wanted. So mine is 4 foot by 5 foot. That's right. Go as big as your space allows on stuff, because if you don't, you are going to regret it. I still have, so we've got the X-Tool S1, and then I've got the Chinese K40, which I should probably get out from underneath a shelf and fire that bad boy up and see if everything's good to go with it, right? That would make sense to be able to do. But even looking at that, I'm almost positive that this doesn't have the controller, because I don't know, I've had it 7 years, and I don't think I've done anything with it since bring it home and test it. But it does not have the controller that will allow me to run Lightburn on it, which if I want to switch to that controller, it's like $300 for it. Well, for the one that I have, you can get one with everything that you need and with the controller to be able to run Lightburn for $500. So, why would I not just spend $500 and get something new? Well, let's spend $500 on something like that. What's spending $1,000, or what's spending $2,000? What's spending $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000? Right? It just goes up from there. Biggest thing is I don't have the space for it right now. We will have the garage converted. We've looked at a few tiny homes to be able to see if maybe those could become shops in the backyard. They can't because there's still not enough room. So it looks like it's going to be the garage. Do we go with a bigger shed? I said, we're just going to get a dumpster here in March, April, when it's not so garbagey outside. And I am pitching a bunch of stuff that is in totes that have been up on the rafters, pitching a bunch of stuff that's been in the shed that who knows how long it's been there. I'm like, if we haven't opened it up since COVID, it's no good. Let's just get rid of it and just kind of purge a bunch of stuff because we've collected a bunch of stuff over the years, right? So just purge it all out. So, and then start working on the space, getting it done, need what it needs to do. Harold, thanks for checking in there. Harold says 49 in Atlanta. Diet Mountain Dew, one new AV computer in the 9 to 5. Create a couple new laser cut designs. Nice. Work on a podium for 9 to 5. Order plaques for a customer and Bible reading. Great day there for Harold. Harold's asking Diana, which laser did you get? Or are you looking? Or yeah, which laser did you get, Diana? Diana said the 4x5 one. I had my imported from China. Saved me a lot of money. And that's the thing with that. You can get the big ones from China. And I'm gonna mispronounce it because we'll go back and forth on this, whether it's OMTech or OMTech, but OMTech, right? A lot of their stuff is just rebranded things that's coming in from China. That's a big part of it. The more that you're going to pay for it when it's here is because you're getting the support for it, which they're not known to have the best, quickest support with it. So most people get all their supports from the group. So then it comes into, well, if that's really the case, why don't I just order it from China through eBay where it's already here and save a couple thousand, then I'm good to go. I will tell you firsthand, that is what we're looking at doing. Let's bring that. Unless a laser company reaches out and says, hey, we want you to show this off, or we'd love to partner with you on it. That's what we're going to do. Is we're going to go, we'll measure out space wise what we need, biggest one, and it'll end up in the garage. And that's what we're going to do. Chuck says, I'm in the same boat, Todd. I make excuses as well, or just shiny objects. Chuck, I don't, I step on my own feet because I have the idea, but I lack the execution on stuff. And I know sometimes, it really pisses me off when people put out there that they have it all together when I know behind the scenes they don't, because they're leading that false life, right? Like, here, this is all you got to do and everything's fine. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're freaking out because, they don't know where the next sale is going to come from. And so, they're just trying to work and do that. Hey, we're in the same boat. Like right now, we're way slower than what we have been, but it is allowing me the opportunity to create things like this, test things like that. I ran 2 tests yesterday on door hanger signs because me and Corey went back and forth on some design work to be able to do that. This month, I knew up until March that it was going to be slower. I knew I wasn't going to be pushing a whole lot because we're going to be gone for a week, 10 days, something like that. And so I don't want to be over committed to things, but I want to be able to work on things. So when we get back, we're, right out the door with it. We've got a couple team stores open. We've got a couple fundraisers rolling. Everything will start coming in, but I don't want to get knee deep in a project and then leave and forget, where I was with it. So that's the excuse I'm making. I could still make the time to make content, put things out there to make sure to get our schedule to, really good on what we want to do. And that's what I need to do over this next week and a half is really sit down, grab a new notebook, put it all out here. I think even if I might create a new binder and have, college notebooks for each one. Here's ideas for white toner. Here's ideas for DTF. Here's ideas for shirt decoration, which I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that because DTF falls on that, white toner falls on that, rhinestones fall on that, HTV falls on that, a lot falls on that. Then there's the whole sublimation side of it, products, things there. But that's I'm like a kid going into pick anything, Toys R Us, here's $1,000 gift card, have fun. Okay, what do I want? There's so much. And I use a Toys R Us reference because most everybody here knows Toys R Us. If you don't, I'm sorry. But how do I get better at that? Do I just need to niche down? My biggest thing that I am trying to figure out is, so if we have white toner and we have laser and we have DTF and we have rhinestones and we have HTV, and sublimation, how do I create a cohesive event with all of this? Because like right now, Valentine's Day passed. Next month in March, we have St. Patrick's Day and we have Easter. Well, there's only 6 weeks, 8 weeks between now and then. I had 6 things here, so that's only one of each to show one project, but you could show so much more, especially with the sponsors that we work with, the affiliates that we have. We can show a lot more with that. So then does it create more content more often? Which content do you rely heavily on? Do we push more the laser side because that affiliate pays better? Do we push more on the blank side of it because they offer a bigger discount to people? It's trying to try and make all that up, and I'm not the best way to do it. So what we have the mentorship community for, our people over there, they're going to help me through this. We're gonna make it through this, and I want it to be the best that it can be over there. Then he says the best glue for acrylic is G50 for acrylic. It dries within 5 minutes of working. Good glue for gluing wood to acrylic too. G50. See, now I will look that up so that way I know. Thank you for that, Diana. And that was, it's all new to me, and that's what we're gonna do. Test things out. T-Town removal went good. All off. Sweet. Barb, spring cleaning, I have a list. Good thing my son has a dump trailer. I will take things to recycling too. Yeah, and so we get, I think, one free pickup from the city. And I said, let's just get a dumpster and just roll in it. Because the city, you need to have stuff out there ready to go. And if you don't have stuff out there ready to go, you set stuff out there, then the neighbor can call and then they try and get you for violation. It's not like I could call up and be like, hey, put us on the schedule because next Wednesday we need a pickup and just let everything go from there. It doesn't work that way. And it really should, to help speed up the process. Just get a dumpster, throw everything, just pitch it, just be done with it. Diana says, if you decide to have one imported, be sure to get an import agent. Yes, they are considered to be class 1 weapon. Really? If the paperwork not right, it'll get held at customs, 150 storage a day. I did not know that. I didn't know it was considered a weapon. Thanks for that information, Diana. We need an idea link in the after party. Yeah, actually, I think we will create a few things in there. We'll go through that and see what we have, because I know there's content creation idea in there, and I think that's what I have it under. But we will work on that. A few Facebook users. So Facebook and Streamer don't always play nice, which, let's be honest, if anybody knows anything, Facebook is changing up their API. So I don't know if this will work. In fact, I don't think it will. Maybe it will. I got to look a little further into it. I found an article last night. I actually posted that over in the mentorship community today on how to, on what's happening with it, because Facebook is dropping some of their APIs, so you're not able to like this, stream in a third-party app into it. We use StreamYard to stream into it. So we could still use the YouTube, post a link, everything's fine, good to go there. But they're working on some other things that I think coming down the road to make it easier. But these are just things that we're going to have to figure out together as we come across that. But StreamYard and Facebook don't always play nice. And when that happens, you become a few Facebook user. You head over to fatdadlive.com right here, fatdadlive.com. That gets you into the YouTube side of things while you're there. And while everybody's here, make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. It helps keep the lights and mics on. We really do need all the help that we can get. All right? I'm not too proud to beg. Need more people. I need more views. I need more clicks. I need more of it all. Roughly about a third of the people that watch this are subscribed. About a third of the people that watch all of our videos are subscribed. So if we could get that number up, that would be amazing. And I got to talk, Sarah, remind me in the call today, because I want to ask you about the service that you did yesterday. I want to see if we got any update on that and what we can see on it. Let's see. Harold said, Acrylic Idea Factory has an acrylic glue for awards. It works great. I don't know about acrylic to wood. It was just acrylic to acrylic. So I'm gonna do yours as well. I know JDS has one too, because I saw the stuff on it when I was reading yesterday. Yeah, when I was going through that. So we're gonna put that one in here to do it. And Jerry said, I would concentrate on what you can sell to your customers, Todd. The affiliates are a bonus. Well, and here's the thing with that, Jerry, is so we've got, really 3 sides of the business, right? We've got the wholesale side of it, we've got the retail side of it, and then we've got the mentorship side of it now. So it's 3 different people, showing a product and how it works. We can then build on the wholesale side of it, because we're using that content to generate business for them. Here's how to make this, right? Here's our cost involved in it. Here's the time. Here's everything with it. Here's how you can do it. So it shows on that. People like that. On the retail side of it, yes, we can show making shirts. We can show making finished products. But I don't want to get into pricing on that, because then, it's like, oh, we'll only cost this to make, and you're making, 100% off of us. So you get those people that don't feel that that's right. And I got in trouble. I had a few people reach out to me when we were doing Tuesday with Todd that said, hey, that sucks for our customers to know what it is. So I understood that. So to do it that way, that's where it's a little tough at. If I'm not focusing on the retail side of things, I'm doing it on, focusing towards the wholesale side of things. With that, they're going to buy the equipment, hopefully use affiliates. They're going to buy the software, hopefully use affiliates. They're going to buy the blanks, hopefully use affiliates. They're going to buy whatever it is, or use us to print their DTF and their signs and their banners and their decals and all of that. So we create that relationship. They see, here, I'm willing to help out as much as I can with it, and then we can get people into the mentorship group. We had a goal, and I think, what did we end up changing that goal to? I want 100 people in it by the end of the year, right? I need 100 people in it by the end of the year. How's that going to help? All of you guys are going to help get us in there. We're going to promote it more through the group, and promote it more on Facebook, and build the brand around that. So we'll see what we get. But I think my main focus is going to be on our wholesale people. So, our other people in the industry. So you guys, with getting with, Magic Touch, here's the white toner. That's who we use for white toner. That's who we use for the supplies, showing their products off more. DTF side of it, with American Print and Supply. American Print, not Supply, American Print on Demand. Ooh, I almost screwed that one up. They, to get with them, they have ink, they have film, they have service, showcasing them more. Anything with HTV, I'm going to reach out to StarCraft. We love using their products. Maybe they can sponsor some things. Mike, if you're watching, I'm going to be calling you, because we need to have a conversation anyway. So, reach out to different things. It shows we're building that. We're giving you tools. We're doing it. JP Plus, all of our affiliates through that thing, every little piece helps. And for you guys in general, this is something to consider too as well. Let me click this off of here. Is that if you know anybody that has an affiliate for something with Amazon link, coupon code, anything like that, support them. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use those affiliates. And I'm not saying use mine all the time, but yes, use mine all the time. When you're able to use that, every little bit adds up, and it sure does help. Just like, every video you watch, you make sure that you're liking it, that you're commenting, you're doing something to increase that algorithm for them, to show engagement. It really, really does help. And all of the platforms will push that more when they see content being, shared, when they see content being commented on. So even if it's as, hey, how are you? Hey, I really like this content. Make sure to do that. Go back and watch videos after the fact and always comment on those as well. Let's see. Danny says, I gave my mom old stuff. She sells it at her church yard sale. And when he goes to missions, that's awesome, right? That's a way that's upcycling. Instead of something getting thrown away, it's now getting moved to a new home, and it's getting sold there. So congrats on that. Excuse me. Harold says they're only weapons if attached to sharks. That is true. Lasers. Right, Brian said the API stuff is only groups at the moment, according to Molly training I'd watched. Correct. Did you watch the one yesterday with like the 6 of them? And that's where it is, like, so groups. So with us, with the groups that we have, I can't broadcast into it like this in our business success group. I can't broadcast in there for it with that. And so that's what it's. And I saw, because Molly's got some good trainings. I think I posted all of those over there. She had there was a good one yesterday, and they were talking school in there, and which was funny. That's SKOOL. When they were talking in even school, saying, the Facebook platform moving to school, they are recommending you to go into those other social media platforms, and that's where you get your people at and bring them to school. So that's the case, why don't you just stay in Facebook? So it was a pretty good one. It was about an hour long, and there was about 8 of them in there for it. It was pretty good. And if you don't know who we're talking about, Molly Mahoney, she does some really great trainings. and I like her style. So over in our mentorship community, anytime I come across anything with that, I've been posting there so others can watch it too. So it's a thin liquid applied with a syringe, and that was talking about the acrylic glue. Oh, what is that? Okay, got something else there. And Sarah, this is, let's see, did I miss Sarah asking something? Did I miss Sarah? Sarah asked, is G50 clear or does it dry clear? And according to Dinah, yes, it dries clear. I use it on my wood acrylic ornaments and awards. It's kind of like super glue. You have a brief moment to adjust, and is stuck, but it cures totally in 5 minutes. Love it, love it, love it. And Amazon carries it. Hey, if there's an Amazon, I'm down for that. Thanks for that, Diana. Yes, thank you as well. Can you add things like the glue and items to the Discord? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yep. Tips links right here. And so what we can do is Harold's in here. Hey, Harold. Harold loves when they just say, hey, can we fix this? So I guess, Harold, we need a tips channel so we can put it in there. And I'm not sure the best way to categorize all of that, but yes, we can definitely do that in there and have that in there for you. All right. What else did I have on my list? We were going through, so I have to reach out to Cindy because Cindy's not here to find out a time on Tuesday with Todd, because I believe 4:30 is what I'm shooting for. Everything else, we did release new bundles yesterday. So there was, for St. Patrick's Day, there is a nurse bundle and a regular bundle. That the regular bundle, I think, is posting all the pictures and stuff today, but both of those are listed on the site. Next up, I think, is some Easter ones. And then there's some awareness, because it's whatever awareness. I have to go back and look. We got a couple of those. So those will be dropping because we won't have anything in 2 weeks. Maybe, like that, a hacks. I like that, hacks link. But there's good hacks and bad hacks, right? So that could be a whole topic in itself, and we could go really long on that, on hacks. I had a conversation last week with somebody, and they said the DTF wasn't coming out right, and I was going through their process, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, there's no white. I'm like, that's why. And they're like, well, how am I supposed to get white ink? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm very confused at what's going on. Walk me through your process. I'm like, well, I print out the film, I add the powder to it, I cure it, and then I press it. I said, which printer are you running? Oh, they're running a sub printer. So that's what it was. So they got a sublimation printer, and they're doing the DTF hack on it. Jessica can work, but there's no white. So it's not going to work. And that's where I said, at that time, they said that they had tried 10 sheets of it so far. And I said, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you not ordering transfers? I'm like, well, transfers are like $5 a transfer. And I said, do you understand how much time you've wasted doing this, and you still don't have white? So you're trying to put it on colors and it's not working? Like, that's just part of it. Get your stuff, realize that just because you can do something and just because you can make a hack doesn't mean it's always a good hack. And DTF converted printers, DTF for using sublimation printers are two that I try to talk people out every day. And the main thing is not just because I sell transfers, but I sell experiences, and I want my customers to have a good one. And a lot of times when you use those hack methods, DTF sublimation, doesn't turn out the greatest. The wear on it is horrible. It doesn't look good. And the customer now has that in their head of, that's the type of work you produce. So is that what you want? Do you want to be known as, oh yeah, here, this is what we can do and make it work? I try to stay away from. Now some of them, like we've got the Epson right here, the 15,000, and we've converted that to a sublimation printer. Well, it's a lot easier now than when we first got started in sublimation and pulling stuff out with it. But yeah, for that, because we don't do a whole lot of sublimation. If we did, we'd go with the 570 or the Sawgrass, because that would just make more sense of it. And so that's another thing. If you're pushing stuff, you get the right tools for the job. If you're not, you're going to order transfers. You're going to figure out the way around it and make it. Ooh, look at that. They get tips and tricks channels added under text channels. Very good. We got it in there so we can go and have it, which reminds me, that starts at 15 minutes. We're going to do that because, like you said, I'm going to hop in. I'll be in there for a little bit, and then it's on you guys to keep that show running. I'll be in and out, and I will have it up. So if people are asking questions of that, if I can answer it, but I got to make a couple calls, so I'm not 100% sure I can fully commit to being in it. All right, we will be back here Monday. Morning Mindset. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. Sharing's caring, folks. Helps keep the lights and mics on, so we appreciate that. Darren, I know you love that. Tuesday, I will get for sure. I know we're going to do bows. I will figure out a time for what we're going to do, and we'll get that information out for you. And for all those that want to, join in and be a part of our community, I invite you over to come check it out. Come check us out over here at patreon.com/fatdadmc. We would really love for you to join us. And there's been a ton of great conversations over there. And I'm hearing the best thing that I'm hearing from people is so far. Somebody emailed me and they said, I got my money's worth in the first 10 minutes. Sold. That made me feel super excited about that. I am not the guru. I know enough. Hey, like on Wednesday's call, we helped Jerry with a little issue in Corel. Super simple, easy to do, and so I was excited about that and be able to do it. And it was right. Everybody have a great weekend. So until next time, you guys have an amazing day. I'm gonna find the button here. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.